Where my somebody's at? Let's have a little talk. I started this channel back in 2011. I think it was in October. And I had no idea that I was going to be on YouTube. That was the farthest thing from my mind. I was on other sites, on the Christian websites, looking at preaching and different things. And about 4.5 years ago, in the wee hours of the morning, God began to deal with me about making a video on YouTube. Well, I didn't do it. Didn't want to do it. The only thing I wanted to do was to be a spectator. I was good with that, fine with that. I don't care about being seen. I don't have to be on a video. I don't have to make any comments. I'm just fine with not being seen up here at all. Well, I didn't, like I said. So what I did, I kept right on doing what I was doing. And one day, in November, I made up in my mind, I'm going to do a video. And I just started making the video out of the clear blue. And it's been on ever since. But let me backtrack a little bit. Before that, like I said, God began to deal with me. And in 2015, I started experiencing tribulations. You know what tribulations are, right? One thing after another. Seems like you're not going to get a break. Well, the Lord had told me to go to this particular job, and I didn't go. I decided that I was going to go when I wanted to go. Well, that didn't work out. He closed the doors, and he made sure the doors were closed. I didn't work for 3 years, but he sustained me. And after that, I said to the Lord, whatever you tell me to say, wherever you tell me to go, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it, no matter what, because I used to be obedient. I used to be instant obedient. When he would tell me to do something, I would do it with no problems whatsoever. But you know how that can be. You can take your eyes off Jesus and find yourself in a mess. Well, that's what happened to me. I started doing my own thing. And a lot of times, just because something is not happening does not mean that you are in the will of God. He's just being gracious and merciful, giving you time to get yourself together. But for some odd reason, we want to think of it like everything is all right. Well, like I said, he shut me down. He chastised me. And not only did he chastise me, I went through some changes. And what I want to say to you all, don't be hard-headed. Do what God tells you to do because he knows exactly what's best. I will start out in faith, and then I will allow fear to creep in and start back doing what I wanted to do. I was backtracking. I go forward, then I go back. I go forward, then I go backwards. So I guess he got tired of that, and he said, well, I'm going to show her who's in control. And he did exactly that. Those were the worst years of my life. I had some trying times. I'm not going to go into all the details. But trust me, obedience is better than anything you can ever sacrifice because Father knows what's best. The bottom dropped out, and I mean it dropped out. I got my mind right, and I said, Lord, you got to help me. Whatever I got to do, help me to do it. You have to do what God tells you to do regardless of who it is, regardless of who you're friends with. That does not have anything to do with it whatsoever, because you're going to have to answer to Him. We must realize that everything is not always positive, because if it was, we would be living, a better life than what we are living. We wouldn't be going through some of the changes that we go through. Everything cannot be positive all the time. You have your good and you have your bad, you have your positive and your negative. God gets the glory when you come forth, when you go through whatever it is that you have to go through, not bringing things on yourself like we do a lot of times. It's not worth it. A lot of us, we are in the Broadway. And the Broadway, there's going to be many folks that's going to go in the Broadway. And they're going to end up in a place they don't want to be. The narrow ways, the way that lead it to life. And there's going to be few that's going to find that way. That's what the words say. We can't do what everybody else is doing. We can't go where everybody else is going. We got to do what He tell us to do. We want to be led by the Spirit of God. That's the best way to go. That's the only way to go. It has to be His way. It has to be His will. So therefore, I have to speak what He tell me to speak. Say what He tell me to say, because I have to answer to Him. Because no one blood is going to be on my hand. No one is going to have a reason or an excuse to say they didn't know. Because if they listen to the videos, they're going to know. So if I put a video up and you're supposed to listen to it and you don't because you're in your feelings or whatever, that's not going to be on me. That's going to be on you, because I did my part. That's all we can do is our part. And from time to time, you may see some teddy bears up here, some stuffed animals up here, because that's what I like. I used to have a whole lot of them, but I ended up giving some of them away. So it's not a big deal because you may see some stuffed animals or teddy bear. Just try to focus in on what is being said. I have a few videos up here with my picture in them. And I think about 2 or 3 videos with myself speaking up here also. So it's not that I'm trying to hide or anything. It's just that I don't care, about being seen. It's not a big deal to me. I don't have to be seen. No blood on my hands. Peace.